Nina DeBully. I teach here at Spring Creek Elementary, third grade. Now, if you logged on and you are not in third grade or anywhere close to third grade, don't worry, because what I am presenting to you today is going to go for all grade levels from kinder pre-K up to 12th grade. We are going to be talking about coding. And before we begin, I want to let you know I'm very thankful for you to show up, get your easy CPE credit. And since I am presenting and showing you around on my computer, I have a wonderful co-presenter who's on the chat part. Her name's Jocelyn. You can type in there, ask her any questions. She'll be able to answer you back. At the end, I'll sign off a couple minutes early and I'll jump on there too, so that way you can have both of us chatting back and forth with you. So please feel free, since I can't see you raising your hand, feel free to just type in that little chat window and we'll be able to help you out, okay? Okay. So I wanted to share with y'all the code.org because I know a lot of us are getting ready for the hour of code that's coming up here in December. And that would be December 5th through 11th. It is our Computer Science Week. This is a global movement, not just here in Garland. It is across the world. And all they're really wanting us to do, just to get these kids interested and get these kids started in it, is spend an hour coding. And I know a lot of us, that kind of scares us because we think of code as whenever we pull up a web page and all of these random letters and numbers show up and we have no idea what it says. Well, we're going to take baby steps for these kids. We're going to start small. And that's where code.org comes in. It's a very fun, relaxing way for kids to get familiar with coding and enjoy it and get interested in it. So why code? I have just promises just to be nice and short, but there are 90% of parents that want their child to study computer science. There's only 40% of schools that actually teach the computer programming. Majority of schools aren't teaching this, and that's a problem because we are setting them up for their careers. We're setting them up for the future, and they're missing out on a very big career that they could take part in. We talk a lot about STEM, and STEM is wonderful. The science part, technology, engineering, math. 71% of all new jobs in STEM are in computing. But the problem is only 8% of STEM graduates are actually in computer science. So when we have the majority of the jobs in there, but only 8% of the students actually graduating with computer science, that's where we're running into, we're doing something wrong. We're not preparing them. This is letting us know that computer science and engineering, this is what students enjoy most. Women who try computer science in high school are 10 times more likely to major in it in college, and Black and Hispanic students are 7 times more likely. But we've got to get them to see it in high school. If they don't see it in high school, they don't see it outside of school, they're not going to be going to college and majoring in these degrees. Every 21st century child should have a chance to learn about algorithms, about how to make an app, or how the internet even works. So much of what we do is on the internet these days. Any job you have, us as teachers, we are constantly on the internet and using technology. Coding is letting them create this and letting them know how this is all working. Just like how they learn about photosynthesis, the digestive system, or electricity, they need to learn how our computers are working. The value of computer science education is enormous. A computer science major can earn 40% more than that than any other college average. And you know that's a lot more than what we're making too here as teachers. It's the #1 source of new wages in the United States. And there are a lot of states that are starting to have it count towards your high school requirement, but not all. So we are taking part in some of it. However, we're just not doing enough for the way things are growing in careers. We need to have these kids, we need to let them be more, how do I say it? They need to have more experience in it. So 1 hour, December 5th through 11th. That's all we're asking. How can we make this easy for you? Because we don't have time to sit around and learn a whole new coding language. How do I make my kids engaged? Well, we're going to go to code.org, and that's actually where I got these stats from. So if you found those interesting like me, I did get them off of code.org. So if I go to the internet, and I'm in Google Chrome because it works best in it. It will work in Internet Explorer. However, there will be some lag. You're going to run into problems. I've always found that it works best in Google Chrome. Safari, if you're on an iPad, that works well, but overall, desktop Chrome is perfect. And all you have to do is, whenever you start a new tab, just go to code.org. And here it is to our main site, the home page. From here, if you have never been to code.org before, what we're going to have you do is we're going to have you sign up. Now, I know a lot of signing up and starting classes and all that take forever. I don't have time for all of that. You don't have time for all of that. This is quick and easy. So we're going to go to sign in. I haven't joined yet, so I'm going to click create an account. And we're teachers, so I'm going to click teacher. Now, for my younger grades, I would tell you, have you create the account, not your students. For if I have any high school teachers out there, the student's able to create it. However, if you want to keep track and progress of what they are doing, you need to create a teacher account. And this is how I'm going to show you, because I believe that this is the better way. So I'm going to use a different email since I already have one with my work. Just type in your email, the password in there. Display name, I like to just do Miss Gavoli so that my kids, that's how they're going to see me. I don't want them seeing my first name or nickname or anything like that. You can type in the school name if you want. The reason why they have you do this with the school name and the school address is because they have a map that you can look to see who else all over the world is coding with. So if you want to add, a little pinpoint to the map and put your school on there, go right ahead and do it. That's awesome. Read through the terms of service. I don't have time to do that with you right now, so I will trust that you will do that later, right? Agree to it if you do agree. And then we'll go ahead and sign up. Now, when you sign up, it will send an email to you for you to confirm. However, this has already been taken. I guess I already signed up with this one. Or whenever you sign up, it's just going to go ahead and log you in, which I will do right now. Look, with the 100 different emails and passwords we've got to keep track of. So sorry about this. There we go. I don't have it saved, my password. Okay. So whenever you do sign up, it will take you to this page. And I had to go back and sign in since I had already created an account. So here it is up there, hi, and it'll say Miss DeVoley because that's what I picked as my screen name to be. And this is your teacher home page. This is where you're going to be able to create accounts for your kids. This is where you're able to check their progress. If you've got progress, this is where you can check your own. You can get lesson plan ideas from here, resources from all around. What's great about code.org is that they want you to code. Of course, they want you to code on their website, but they also give you a lot of resources for other websites and other apps that you can look into at a later time. So what I'm going to show you is how to create a class. So I'm going to go to Student Accounts and Progress on my teacher homepage. As you can see, I've had several classes created because this takes me 2 seconds to do. So I'm going to click on New Section. You won't have any sections showing up under yours. I'll click New Section. I'm going to title it. If you can see, I do homeroom and then I put the year. So let's see, test number 2. And this is just for you to keep track of which class is which, especially if you're making several classes. And then a login type. What this is their passwords. Do you want their passwords to be a word? Do you want their passwords to be a picture? That would be really good for those pre-K, kinder, first grade, because then they're not having to type in a word. They're able to just look at a group of pictures and pick which one was theirs, or you want an email. So you can pick out which one. We'll do Word. And then you can pick the grade level you're in. So maybe I'm going to be in 5th grade. And then course. This is where we're having to decide, what do I want my kids to do during code.org during this week? Do you want them to just play around and kind of have fun with the hour of code? That's where these are going to come in. And I'm going to show you what these look like so that you know how to choose, okay? So the hour of code, a lot of times people will come on to code.org and they just kind of play on the demos, and they'll play the Code with Anna and Elsa. A lot of them play with the Angry Birds. I see that one the most. That's our classic maze. And the teachers don't really keep track or anything like that. Well, if you set up a classroom and you click on Classic Maze, now the kids are keeping track of where they're at. So every day they won't start fresh over again. They'll pick up where they left off. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to open up another page so you can see the list of what those classes look like. All right. So at your home page, if you scroll down here, here are the hour of codes, and this has a little mini description for them. Classic Maze is very basic. You can hop on there, try it for a couple rounds. You can see how nice and easy it is. I would recommend this one is great for 2nd grade to maybe 5th grade. Frozen, I would recommend 4th to maybe 6th. I have not been on Star Wars, so I cannot recommend that one. Minecraft would be for a little older. This is a little older. They let you know whenever you click on it in the description. So this is just for just an hour of code. These lessons teach you and walk you through how to create an Angry Birds game, how to create a Minecraft, how to create, and they've got Frozen. This one has a lot of angles in it. So the girls do a lot of ice skating and all that. Flappy Code, We all loved Flappy Bird when that app was out. This is teaching us how that game was made. If you're wanting to dig a little bit deeper, then I would come down here to the courses. This is what I have my students do. And we keep this up through the whole year. So maybe you want to do this one during that hour of code in December, or maybe you just want to go back up to those fun little games up there. But these are going to take them step by step and show them from the very beginning how to code. I have a lot of teachers that are in pre-K that say, my kids can't code. We can't even get on the computers. They don't even know how to use the mouse. That's true. That is a skill they've got to learn. That's when you would start in course 1. They're learning how to click on an image and drag it to a block. So what I love about this is that it's letting you know the perfect age range. Here, ages 4 to 6, this is perfect for them. Drag the image up, drag the image to the right, type in the letter A. This is where, if you're in the younger grades, start here. Have the kids work here, and it's going to grow increasingly harder as they move on. Best part is that it has little tutorials as it goes too. So coding is all about learning through exploration, through exploring, and they are able to do that independently in these courses. Course 2 is something that I use here in 3rd grade. It says ages 6 and up, but I will let you know that after just a couple rounds, it starts going into angles and talking about 90 degrees and 180 degrees. And I let my kids do that and explore because it has the little tutorials there for him. It gives them little cheat sheets, as we can call it, for them to look at. They're able to do all this and learn this all on their own. And so 6 and up is great for that. If you're up in the high schools, I'd go to this accelerated course. This is your ages 10 through 18, but don't think that just because it starts at age 10, it's easy, okay? They might even need to come back to course 3 and start on the basics first. So this is going to be just a great area for you to decide what course is best for your class. If you just want to look at the age range and give it a go, that's perfect. If you don't have any iPads or computers in your classroom, but you still want to participate in the hour of code, they have some unplugged lessons. All it means you're not plugged into the wall. These are going to be papers, stuff that you're printing off. They're coding on the carpet. They can code in partners. It's wonderful. So this is where you can decide if you want them to do courses, if you want them to just have a fun little hour of code, gets them really excited and into it, but won't take them as step by step as the courses do. Okay? So when you have decided which one you want, in your course, go ahead and pick it. So since I said 5th grade, we're going to start on course 3. And then I'm going to go ahead, and this I'll fill out later. I'm going to click Save. Okay. Now that I have this, I need to have some students in there. So I'm going to manage my students. And I can add 1 student or I can add multiple students. Most of us teachers already have a list of our students' names saved. So you can just copy and paste it in here. Or you can just quickly go down the line and type it in. Okay. So write down, click Done, and there it goes. It populates it out for them. It gives them their password. You don't have to write anything down. And it lets you choose their age and their gender right now. I don't have time to go through 22 kids of ages and genders. So I don't bother typing that in. It'll ask the kids whenever they first log on anyways. So I'll click Save All. That's perfect. Right where I want it to be. I've got their passwords in here. So Jimmy is Save Flowers. Lily is school section. Ginny is Milkbirds. And I can print out my cards so that it's easy for me to just give to them. And with these cards, it shows the URL because the kids will not use the same login as we do. The kids have a special URL. So I'm going to show you what theirs looks like. I'm just going to copy that and start it in a new tab so you can see. They will have to type this in once because then you can save it to the computer and they're not going to have to do this every single time. So it's a lot at first. You could do it before class begins, or like I said, you can have them type it in once and then save it. And then it shows up and here's my class, and there would be a list of 22 names if you typed in 22. They'll click on their name and they'll enter their secret word. So Jimmy's save flowers. Save flowers. If you don't have enough computers for everyone and he needs to work with a partner and we're sharing, I have a partner at my computer. If he's by himself, he can just go ahead and sign in. And like I said, since we didn't type it in for him, he can add it. And here's the courses. And he can try now. When he's done, he can sign out. And next time he logs back in, it'll pick back up where he left off. If you need to add more students, you're able to add more. If you're wanting to look at their progress, so I log back in. I'm on my teacher homepage. I go to accounts. Must have logged me out when I logged out, Jimmy. There we go. I'll go to accounts. I'm going to go to my class. And here I can see their progress. Well, none of them have been working. Uh-oh, I can get on to them. We can have responses back. I can see their assessments and surveys. I can check out what levels they've completed, how many lines of codes they have written. And that's a fun thing for them to see on there. But all of this, and I know that there's a lot on here for you to take in and look, and I'm just showing you a tiny little piece of it. But I do hope that this does help you get logged in, get a class set up, get the kids on there, and starting to notice what computer programming, what computer science is, and get them excited about maybe this could be for them in the future. Always, always sign out. We don't want anyone logging back in and being in your account. And then, all right. Like I said, I know it's a lot. If you have questions, please feel free to type in the chat. I'll be on there. Jesslyn's on there. She's helping out now. And we're really excited and hope that you were able to take something away from this video. And my name's Nina DeVoli. If you need anything else, I'll be here for you. Thank y'all.